Get up, you son of a bitch!
Cause Pawn's drunk loves ya.
Punch drunk, hungover. Wake up to the new me.
Yeah, happy Monday.
Wake up to the new me.
Now we got something to talk about.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Now we got something to talk about. Let's go.
Wake up to the new me. Bye-bye to my old self.
Let's get ready
Wake
to
up to the new me.
rumble!
Happy Father's Day to everybody. Yo. Y'all already know. DJ. You already know this is Porsche.
Wake up to the new me.
Mr.
Wake up to the new me.
Shot himself, a.k.a. El Adobo, a.k.a. El Sazón, a.k.a. El Borracho, a.k.a. Café Bustelo, a.k.a. El Pastor de Boxeo. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this side of heaven. God bless you all. What's up in the chat? What's good in the chat? Shout out to the fathers. Hope you had a great Father's Day weekend. Hope you got some good presents. Hope you got some good attention. Hope that, you know what I'm saying, if the dudes that got the baby mama drama, that the mama let you see the kiddos, you know what I'm saying? And make your weekend and every day and almost every other day thing, at least for those that doesn't have the, you know what I'm saying, the luck of raising a kid in the same household, because, you know, say relationship goes left, but it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Just stay in your kid's life. Better baby mamas don't make it possible for the dads. You deadbeats, get back on track. Shout out to the nuclear family that keep it all together. Randy, the building, Randy, con la bandera de República Dominicana. Randy, la música de Randy. Ladies and gentlemen, la música de Randy. Let's go. Gervonta Davis, Devin Haney. Gervonta Davis, Devin Haney. Gervonta Davis, Devin Haney. Gervonta Davis, Devin Haney. Hey, DJ, cámelo Alex Sensation. Dale fucking music. Págame la música. Let's go. We hype. Marco in the building. Shout out to the people in Kick. You already know we going live on Kick as well. If you haven't subscribed to your boy Punch on Boxing on Kick, subscribe to your boy on Kick. The high octane, the best delivery was good. Marco in the building. Sweet in the building. Man on fire in the building. Shout out to the members. Finally, like The Rock says, finally, Gervonta Tank Davis has come back to boxing and has called out Fight Fury Phil and has called out Gervonta Tank Davis. Not only called out, Representative reached out to Devin the Dream Haney. They're trying to lock in a deal. It's about damn time. We was talking about potential fight with Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson. We was hearing 144-pound catch weights. Oh, you know what I'm saying? How about you fight Keyshawn Davis? How about you vacate the belt? And then, you know what I'm saying, Keyshawn Davis calling out Devin the Dream Haney. But I'm your mandatory. Then they doing interviews with the WBO president. And, you know, he might not keep the belt if he go fight Shakur Stevenson 144. Shakur Stevenson telling Devin Haney, oh, you going to drop your belt, vacate the belt, then come talk to me. Keyshawn Davis said, why you talking about Shakur? You got to talk about me. I'm your mandatory and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I am tired of the Avengers. I'm a big fan. If y'all follow the channel, y'all know I'm a fan of Keyshawn Davis, the Silver Olympian. Been talking about Keyshawn Davis since Since the amateurs. Y'all know it. Y'all know it. If y'all know the channel, y'all know. A fan of Shakur Stevenson. Me and Devin Haney have that back and forth for years, but you know what I'm saying? I respect Devin Haney. Devin Haney has earned my ultimate respect. Bill Haney has earned my ultimate respect. The best manager, one of the best manager, you know, top 3 in the sport of boxing. Shout out to Keith Connolly. Shout out to Bill Haney. Shout out to Rick Magirian. Always, Bill Haney always got his son in position to capitalize of lucrative deals attached to legacy fights. That's one thing you got to give a lot of credit to Devin the Dream Haney. He got the George Camboso fight right after Teofimo Lopez, you know what I'm saying, dropped the ball. He got the Vasily Lomachenko pay-per-view fight on ESPN in which he went from Matchroom to locking the deal with Cambosa. He went out there to across the pond to Australia to get the undisputed lightweight championship strap. Then he gave Lomachenko an opportunity. He didn't have to give Vasily Lomachenko an opportunity. He didn't have to, because remember, Devin Haney could have been a mandatory position. The WBC, the politics of the sport of boxing. Vasily Lomachenko was not looking at Devin Haney. Lomachenko was looking to become undisputed in the lightweight division. The WBC played with the franchise. Guess what? Devin Haney, when he beat George Cambosa, he took that franchise and threw in the garbage. He took that slogan of being an email champion. He threw it in the garbage. Then Devin Haney after Vasily Lomachenko was in the give me a second. When Devin Haney after Vasily Lomachenko went up to the 140-pound division, and yes, Shakur Stevenson was in mandatory position to face Devin the Dream Haney, but the thing, you know, it ain't come through fruition. Whatever the offers was not accepted, or whatever the offers was, at the end of the day, Devin Haney still dared to be great and fight Regis Prograis, at which at the time people was dabbling who is the best 140-pounder. Is it Josh Taylor after the Catterall fight, because people feel that Catterall did beat Josh Taylor in the first fight. I thought it was a draw. But Devin Haney faced Regis Prograis. Regis Prograis got a strap back, and guess what? Devin Haney beat Regis Prograis, knocked him down. People question if Devin Haney got power. He went for Regis Prograis. He knocked down Regis Prograis. That means we can't even talk about power, because we were talking about, is Devin Haney power going to translate to the 140-pound division? He proved us wrong. When he was an email champion, he proved us wrong. When I said, man, is he going to go out there to Australia without his dad? Well, remember the politics of the sport of boxing. They may rob him. He proved us wrong. He worked with Matchroom, Eddie Hearn. He went to Bob Arum, ESPN Top Rank, and then he went to fight Ryan Garcia, Golden Boy Promotion, The Zone. That means the business model of the Haneys is we go get the smoke wherever the smoke is at. Am I right or wrong? We gave a lot of credit to Earl the True Spence when he went out there to Sheffield and beat Kell Brook. We gave him a lot of credit. You know, when American goes abroad, we be like, hey, yo, man, he went across the pond and got it. Shout out to Low Nose Boxing. Smash that like button. Is this what they want to hear, Low Nose? Where the people at? Is this what the people want to hear, boxing? Oh, no. It doesn't seem like it, Low Nose. They don't want to listen. They don't want boxing. They don't want boxing. We're going to talk about boxing. We're going to be talking about a lot of things. We're going to be talking about this potential matchup, this potential negotiations. Where is it going to go? We're going to be talking about Gervonta Davis' burner account and the photo that he got in his burner account. Hold on. Give me a second. Gervonta Davis. Everybody knows in the sport of boxing, Gervonta Davis got a burner account. Let me take this thing out of the way for a second. Shanae Shields. hey yo, at least Shanae Shields, he doing you a favor. Hey yo, Shanae Shields, don't get mad. Because Gervonta Davis is doing you a favor because he's keeping you relevant. Every time Gervonta Davis tweet, the world of boxing, people outside of the sport of boxing is looking at your picture every time they tweet. Everybody is looking at the tweets, the battle between Tank and Shakur, Tank and Richardson Hitchens, Tank and Devin Haney. And guess who is the photo that Gervonta Davis got in his burner account? So you can't be mad. This is free advertising. The best advertising that you gonna get, because I'm gonna tell you like this. When Gervonta Davis speak, everybody listen. When Gervonta Davis tweet, everybody listen. If Gervonta Davis got an IG story, everybody look. Everybody, hey, yo, let me tell you like this. Whether you like it or not, Gervonta Davis is needed in the sport of boxing. Gervonta Davis runs, he rules the wave. Put it this way, ladies and gentlemen. Gervonta Davis power, and he don't do too much. Look at this. Gervonta Davis burner account creates more traffic and more views than original accounts. Gervonta Davis burner account has more traffic and views than championship fights. Ladies and gentlemen, let's keep it real. Let's keep it honest. Whether you a fan or not a fan of Gervonta Davis moved the needle where he really don't even try, bro. How this dude, hey, yo, his burner account, and he never said it's my burner account. His burner account already going to go to 10K followers. Yo, Gervonta Davis owns the wave in this side of the pond. Gervonta Davis is the face of that generation. I don't give a damn what anybody say. Yes, you may yes, Devin Haney got more accomplishments. Yes, Shakur Stevenson, 4-division world champion, 2-time lineal, got more accomplishment. Teofimo Lopez got accomplishment. You got Ryan Garcia, who's a champion. Ladies and gentlemen, the face of American boxing in this side of the pond within their contemporaries is Gervonta Tank Davis. Hate it or love it, I don't give a damn if you don't like what he does outside of the ring. Oh man, his girl. I don't care. Gervonta Davis is needed in the sport of boxing, and he moves the needle. Because let's not forget that just the day before yesterday and the months, it was all about Devin, Shakur, Devin, Keyshawn, Devin, 144-pound catch weight, Devin, Bill, Keyshawn, Shakur, Keyshawn, Devin, Bill, Devin, Keyshawn, Shakur. And here comes Gervonta Davis. Snatches the aura of these conversations. Gervonta Davis put everything to rest. Because right there, remember, Shakur Stevenson gave an offer in terms of 144-pound catch weight to Devin the Dream Haney, right? Right? Devin Haney accepted. Correct? Deals been facilitated. Offers been facilitated. Here comes Gervonta Davis and snatches Shakur Stevenson a possible big fight. Now Devin Haney is looking at Gervonta Davis. Yo, put it this way. Look, Shakur Stevenson is more accomplished than Gervonta Davis. But right now, it seems Devin Haney look at, Tank is back. Tank is back. Let's read it on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's read it on. Nigga want to come in 165. You not in the driver's seat. It's your dad you talking about. If you want to get the biggest purse of your career, you do as I say, bitch. Yo. I think, and then Devin Haney said, I think Gervonta grew some balls. His team reached out. We might just end up fighting. I like the energy. I know it's a long time coming, ladies and gentlemen. I like the energy. I know pause is a long time coming, but I like the energy. And this is the energy that I'm going to tell Shakur Stevenson. As a matter of fact, this is the energy I'm going to tell Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn Davis, listen to Punch. Listen to Punch. Do you want to be great? Do you want to be one of the greatest? Do you really want to be great? Or your friend with Shakur Stevenson rules your potential? Is your friend with Shakur Stevenson is what you care about more than anything in the world? You're putting limits on yourself because you want to be friends with Shakur. I want Keyshawn Davis to grow the balls and call out his friend Shakur Stevenson today. Because you're always going to be in the back burner, my brother. Your friendship does not work for you. Shakur Stevenson is there accomplishing great things. You was, as a matter of fact, a lot of people want to talk, but they're friends. I don't give a damn about your friendship. I like Keyshawn, I like Shakur, but I don't give a crap about your friendship. Your friendship means nothing to the sport of boxing. Your friendship is garbage. It does nothing to us, and it does nothing for you, Keyshawn. It does nothing for you, Keyshawn. It does nothing for you. Stop playing. Follow the leader, follow the leader. Follow the leader, follow the leader. That's what you're doing, Keyshawn. That's what you're doing. Your biggest fight right now. Look, if Devin Haney fights Keyshawn, if Shakur Stevenson, if Gervonta Davis fight Devin the Dream Haney, what you going to do, Keyshawn, now? Your big fight is right in front of you. Your big fight is the closest thing to you. You got to pick and choose. You got to pick and choose. You call yourself the businessman. Don't have emotions. Be a businessman. What is your biggest fight and the easiest fight that you could facilitate right now? What's the biggest fight that your manager could give you right now? Huh? Keyshawn? What's good, friend? What is the easiest fight for Shakur and Keyshawn Davis? Let's not forget that Keyshawn Davis was in a mandatory position to face the winner of Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson. And this is why leading up to the fight, I'm like, y'all already know. I thought that Teofimo Lopez was going to beat Shakur Stevenson. But I said that when the smoke clears, it will be Shakur versus Teofimo Lopez. If Teo would have beaten Shakur Stevenson, then Keyshawn Davis would have stood at the 140-pound division. He was in mandatory position to face the winner of Shakur versus Teo. But when Shakur won, you moved. That was your mandatory. Forget about this. Oh, I'm the mandatory to Devin Haney. That was a political move. Straight up political move. Straight up political move. No, you're mandatory. You the mandatory to Shakur Stevenson. That's who you needed to fight. That's who you needed to fight. Because look at this. While Keyshawn is talking that he wants Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson comes around and about to snatch that opportunity away from Keyshawn Davis in 144 pounds. Let's not forget that it was Keyshawn Davis that was calling out Teofimo Lopez. It was Keyshawn Davis that was running up to Teofimo Lopez. It was Keyshawn Davis that came to Punch Run Boxing. We chopped it up that he wants Teo. It's Keyshawn Davis that has the run-ins with Teofimo Lopez Sr. Who took that fight away from you, Keyshawn? Come on now. Keyshawn Davis. Shakur was took already a Teo fight, was about to take a Devin Haney fight. Y tú estás ahí como un bobo. What's next? What's next? Because you want to be a follower, be a leader, be the businessman. You didn't start fighting because you said, you know what? My goal is to be the best that I can be, but I want to play second fiddle to Shakur Stevenson. You telling me that this is why you came into the sport of boxing? You telling me, Keyshawn Davis, that's the reason why you gonna step inside the ring and sacrifice your life to play second to Shakur? You got real brothers. Time to call fucking Shakur out, bro. It's not that pussy fight shit. That sissy shit. I think that's one of the great fights of this generation right now. Oh, go ahead. Play little bro. Then play little bro. He was there for me when I was having mental. Man, shut the fuck up. He's taking all your money, bro. He's taking all your big fights. Because let me tell you like this. If The winner of Gervonta Davis and Devin the Dream Haney. Keyshawn Davis was also calling out Tang. Keyshawn Davis also want a piece of Devin Haney. The business of boxing is going to give that fight to Shakur, and you're going to be playing second fiddle until you end it. You got to end it. You got to put yourself in position. And while Shakur is being big bro and leading the way, remember, Jay Prince is Shakur's manager. You just tagging along. You just tagging along. You just tagging along. Shakur is really cool with Bud. Shakur is a Jay Prince and Andre Ward. You just a tag along. You got to set the tone for your own career, Keyshawn. Keyshawn, it's time for you. Wake up and smell the coffee. It's time for you to call out Shakur Stevenson and get your biggest fight. Olympian versus Olympian. What y'all think? What y'all feel about it? Am I right or wrong? Or there's gonna be people out there in the chat be like, no, Punch, you gotta understand that they friends. I understand they friends. And I understand that this is a sport. And I understand legacy. I understand legacy. Just look at right now. Gervonta Davis could snatch the biggest fights for Shakur Stevenson because in the end of the day, Gervonta Davis moves the needle. Look how quick all the attention Devin Haney has given the undivided attention to Gervonta Davis. Just like that. Gervonta Davis could sit back and wait and see what everybody else is doing. I could just come back. Whoop! I want that fight. I want that fight. Typical New York doing all that woofing on the mic. So what? What you want me to do? Turn off the mic? You want me to turn off the mic? You on my channel. I'm doing the wolfing and you looking on. You should be paying attention to your wife, my brother. Eric Brown, you should be paying attention to that little photo that you got. You should be paying attention to your wife and don't pay attention to Punch Drunk Boxing. Huh? Or somebody else le está dando el dedo. Don't worry about me. Worry about your woman and who she chatting with on TikTok. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a great fight right here. I know that we've been talking about this, but right now, everybody's in their prime. Everybody's in their prime. Facts, Christina, worried about another man. Good news, good news. Also, we're going to be talking about good news, good news. Teofimo Lopez manager Keith Connolly has teased a major announcement for his fighter. There'll be big news probably next week dropping on Teofimo Lopez. I think it's going to blow everybody away. There's going to be a gigantic news. Ladies and gentlemen, is Teofimo Lopez going to fight Ryan Garcia? Is Teofimo Lopez going to fight Ryan Garcia? Is Teofimo Lopez is the one that's going to fight Conor Ben? Ooh. They say, yo, Punch, you may know something. Is it going to be Teo versus Ryan? Devin versus Tank? Lord. Hey, yo. I think it's let me see what they're saying back and forth. So everyone calling out the fight except Clarissa Shields. Hey, yo, she was supposed to have an announcement. She was supposed to have an announcement. She was supposed to have an announcement. You know what I'm saying? She's scared of the face shot Leah. She afraid of face shot Leah. That's what she afraid of. She afraid of face shot Leah. Oh, I want to talk about this. Yo, shout out to Dean the Great. Shout out to Dean the Great. Shout out to Adrian Brown. I know a lot of people's paying attention to Dean the Great, Adrian Brown, and stuff like that. They got a live stream. You know, their stream is on and popping and stuff like that. But I did a video about this. Speaking about, you know, Gervonta Davis and Clarissa Shields, right? You saw what this chick wrote about Dean the Great and Adrian Broner. Look at this fake chick. Clarissa Shields goes, and these streams, these guys be disrespecting these women to the 10th degree, calling them bitches and hoes, just all like of kind stuff. I don't know. She don't know how to type. It's hard to watch. Hard to watch, but you wanted to be with them. Look at this fraud-ass woman. Hey, yo, she's dissing Dean the Great and Adrian Broner, the Crash Out Boys. But you the one that called Dean the Great trying to be in their stream. And look at this fake chick. Look, somebody called her out on it. Hold on, let me take this thing out of the way. Somebody called her out on it. Look at this fraud woman. Yo, look at this. Check out Loco Coco. Hey, yo, I like the way they flamed her, yo. This shit is funny. Check out how they flamed her. Give me a second, bro. Give me a second. So Loco Coco said, I agree. That's why I was shocked to hear you on the phone with one of them saying you wanted to stream with him. Carissa Shields says, what phone call you talking about? Woman, the one that you called Dean the Great, everybody saw it, went viral, that you was begging to be in the damn stream. I want to be in the little stream, you know what I'm saying? We could talk maybe a little stream, and then trying to get some want to be a student to how to stream. But you disrespecting them and about their streaming. Why you want to be a part of it? You know what you know why you want to be a part of it? Shanae Shields? It's because you are the women. You are just like the women that's in their stream. You ain't nothing better. They're strippers and hoes and stuff like that. And you a mistress to a married man. I mean, what are you? You're no different from the girls in that stream. Those girls in that stream. You're no different. You're not no wife stepping in that stream. You fit right in. I know. That's the reason why you wanted to be in it. So this person's she gonna call me baby said, Dean the Great, you called them asking on tips on streaming. You were on with them. It's because he didn't want to stream with you. Carissa Shields responded, I'm going to start streaming myself, goofy. Why wouldn't I ask the guys who's doing it? You sound slow as hell. Check out what Loco Coco said. You are literally on tape telling Dean you wanted to do a stream with him. How dare you form your overbite to call someone slow when you speak like your brain never advanced past 3rd grade? A mitigated gall you have, you effing bird. Yo, this chick is a lunatic. I know she got punched in the face for a living, but damn. Yo, hey, yo, folks, let's be honest. Everybody in the chat, if somebody gonna diss you, somebody gonna diss what you do, your entity, how you make money, your business, they gonna diss you. And then put it this way. Matter of fact, I'll give you one example. Let's say if you have a restaurant, you a chef. Your restaurant is popping. Everybody's going to your restaurant. Everybody loves the way that you cook. You're one of the best chefs right now. You cooking. Your ingredients is A money, right? Your ingredients, everybody, damn, yo, everybody's into it. You make it, yeah, there's a line all around the block just trying to enter your restaurant. You the best chef in town. Because right now, Dean the Great and Adrian Broner stream is the one that's popping right now. You shit on my ingredients. You shit on my restaurant. You talk bad about me. You feel like I'm disrespecting my customers. You think I'm disrespecting my employees. But then you come and tell me you want to be part of my restaurant. As a matter of fact, you tell me how can you open up a restaurant? What's the type of equipment and ingredients should I get? How this chick is going to diss everything they do and then call and then say that you want some help and you want to be a part of it? They got to be the most delusional shit. They got to be the ones that are the most delusional ish that you can think of. Can you imagine somebody walk, everybody in the chat, can you imagine somebody just shit on everything you do, your entity, how you make money, your brand, your everything, and then ask you for help? And not only ask you for help, ask you to be a part of it, but doesn't respect nothing you do. That got to be one of the most delusional ish I ever heard of. That got to be one of the most delusional ish, bro. And you know what the funny part is? This bitch is sober. She ain't even drunk. I give her the benefit of the doubt if she was drunk or high. This chick is sober like this, bro. She's sober. She's sober. This is the reason why I be looking at the gigolo upstairs, Remy Ma's husband, like he's a weirdo too. He got to be a weirdo, bro. You can't be with a weirdo woman and then not, and then be a straight up dude. You got to be a weirdo to be sleeping, to be next with, to be holding hands, to be rolling the street. Yo, you got to be weird, bro. It's either that or this guy is so heartbroken that he's numb. And I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt. Look, I'm going to be nice. I think that Remy Ma's husband is so heartbroken that he's numb. He don't really know what he's doing. He's just looking at the person that's next to him and is willing to rock with his sad stories. You know what I'm saying? He just need a shoulder to lean on. And it don't matter how much underarm stinks. He don't smell it either. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what it is. I mean, look, 15 years of marriage, right? 15, 16 years of marriage. I mean, you're just not gonna break up and feel good. Come on, man. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. There's people out here that still think about their ex and they only had 3 years with them. You know what I'm saying? This guy had a whole family. This guy built a whole family, was there with when she was in her rock bottom. So he rocked with her, she rocked with him. Got the golden child. Family members all together and stuff like that. Very public relationship. So I know it's not hard for the brother. I know it's not. I'm sorry. I know that it's hard for the brother. I know it's not easy. And I think, to be honest, to be with a junkyard dog like this, you gotta be going through something here. You gotta be going through something here. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt because I can't picture how this dude went from Remy to Naxima Jackson. How? I'm gonna put it like this. That's like a dude got the universal beauty chick. Wow, yo, this dude is lucky to have this one. And then he goes around and start dating a butchy, hairy, fat, bloated dude. How you go from that to the beauty to Miss Beautiful to dating a dude, fat, bloated, and stuff like that? That's how I see it. I know she's not a dude, but that's how I see how you go from Remy Ma, very respected, legendary in her own right. You know what I'm saying? When she wants to do something fly, she does something fly. When she want to put something on wax, it goes everywhere. When she wants to do a movie, she does a movie. She got her own network. She looking good. As a matter of fact, Remy Ma look 15 years younger than Carissa Shields. And she's 45, 46 years old. Carissa Shields look like she's damn near, without the makeup, she look like she's 55. And not a good 55. The 55, she looked like, no, come on, folks. Come on. I'm not lying. You know that Shanae Shields. Come on. Shanae Shields. She look at her face right now. Look at her face. She looks like that drunk chick outside of the liquor store. You know what I'm saying? How you doing, baby? You know what I'm saying? How you doing, papi chulito? How your mother? She doing good? I saw her the other day. You know what I'm saying? You know, like them heroin addict, them drunk that lost their teeth and stuff like that. But they man cool in the block, everybody. You know what I'm saying? How you doing, papi? You know what I'm saying? Can I give me $2 so I could get a cup of coffee? Because I want to stay up. Because, I don't want to go to sleep. Somebody want to rob me, papi. That's how she look. That's how she look. As a matter of fact, Remy Ma's husband look younger than her. Towers in the building. What's good? But you lucky. You are lucky though, and take advantage of it. Take advantage of this, Shanae Shields. That Gervonta Davis is popping in the streets right now in terms of boxing streets. Everybody is looking at his tweet, his burner account, bro. Like I said in the beginning of the live, his burner account is creating so many traffic. But he got you. Frenchie. He got you. So take advantage of it. You still, a matter of fact, Frenchie, French bulldog. As a matter of fact, you could stay low. You could lay low. You could lay low and let every time the Tank is tweeting, you're being advertised. You did say that you're the algorithm, right? You did say that you're the Beyonce of the internet now. You're today's Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? So let them take advantage of it. Let them take advantage of it. This is great news, though. Give me a second. This is great news. Give me a second. He said, "Oh my God." This is great news. Great news. For the people that don't understand the back and forth between Tank and Shanae Shields, it goes beyond that. I don't know. Let me tell you. Let me see if I can put down when it actually started. Give me a second. I got to take that something out of the way. Give me a second. Let me tell you how it started, right? Because give me a second. Oops, give me a second. Let me tell you how it started. Give me a second. Let me upload. Let me upload a couple of tweets back and forth between Gervonta Davis and Clarissa. And I think that's the reason why he has her as his biopic. Give me a second. Oops, let me take this thing out. Give me a second. Smash that like. Hold on. This one. Yes. So Gervonta Davis, this was what was it, like a year or 2 years ago? Gervonta Davis, this one is in his actual account, right? I don't like you, Devin, and the rest of y'all. Now, what's up? This is Carissa Shields. They was going back and forth. Tank just really don't like Devin in his shows. A dude says motion. Finally, someone said it because she real shady too. Gervonta Davis says, I will be too. Look how she look. Because while Shakur Stevenson and Keish and Gervonta Davis go back and forth, Clarissa Shields likes to gaslight that situation. So that's how everything did started with them. You know what I'm saying? That's how everything did started with them. Let me see. Let me put this right here too. Let me put this right here. Smash that like button. Let me see if I can find another the other dialogue between the both of them. Let me set these guys 10th degree. Hold on, where is that? When she was going back and forth with Tank. She's been going back and forth with a lot of people. Where's that? I'm not gonna look. I'll do a I already did a video about it. I can't be looking at this right now. I don't want to stop the flow right now. I don't want to stop the flow right now. Give me a sec. Let me take this thing out. All right. So yeah. So that's how things started between both of them. Even I remember Ryan Garcia time in on that where they was going back and forth. Even Ryan Garcia because Clarissa Shields does support Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson. So when she goes back, she goes back and forth with Ryan Garcia. She go back and forth with Gervonta Davis, and Clarissa Shields says, "Sit your ass down, Ryan. Congrats to Devin Haney. He suspended a year, rightfully so." She was happy that Ryan Garcia got suspended over testing for Osterin. And Ryan Garcia did tweet to Clarissa Shields, whatever, keep eating cock and pussy, and at the same time, you're a dirty girl. Clarissa, the I have a husband, just kidding ass. You suck and stinky. Yo, I'm gonna tell you like this. But see, but the thing is, a lot of people think that this is on offense. This is when she sticks her nose where it doesn't belong. You feel me? This is not like Gervonta Davis, like straight off the blue, just going at Clarissa Shields, or Ryan Garcia going at Clarissa Shields. Is that she goes after everybody. You know what I'm saying? Just like when Keith Thurman says that she's a female with an erection, it's because she's been saying that she could be Keith Thurman, right? Everything is she's always on offensive and then plays the victim when these guys say something about her, right? And it was her family member that said that she'd be stinking and stuff like that. That's what happened. You feel me? And shout out to Jay the Boxer. Did you hear what Jay the Boxer said yesterday? Jay the Boxer. Hold on, let me put this. Jay the Boxer. Shout out to Jay the Boxer. Subscribe to her channel. Friends with Clarissa. Stated that she slept with Darrell, one of the Darrell brothers, that she slept with Shakur Stevenson. Did you hear what you I got it right here. Ladies and gentlemen. Give me a second.
Larissa is too comfortable bragging about the fact that she beat on Shakur or have been on Shakur, and they have done stuff.
Andre Darrell ran through you. Shakur Stevenson ran through you, boy. If I was to say shoo. Harrington ran through you, boy. If I was to say all of that, I'm wrong, right?
Shoo. Shakur? No. Shakur, really? You better go right now to a damn church. They'll slap you with a bucket of holy water. They need a fire hydrant. Turn on the fire hydrant of holy waters and just wash Shakur Stevenson up. Shakur, come on now. No, hey, yo, as a matter of fact, Gervonta Davis should whip your ass because of that. You really had Clarissa Shield between your gap tooth? I know you fixed it and stuff like that. And who am me to talk? I got a chip tooth. How can I don't even think liquor. Either liquor makes you happy or liquor doesn't make your ish stand up. How do you get your shit up? How can you get your PP up looking at the Junkyard Dog? How can you get your PP up? I don't know. I don't know, folks. How you go from that? How can you? No wonder they've been close. I think that they never. Look, I'm gonna tell you like this. I know some stories, and I never want to tell a story. See, because when I was listening to Jay the Boxer, I'm like, yo, she is accurate because of the same ish. I'm from New York City. The same ish that I hear back in the days. I'm talking about back in the days when I didn't know these people that much. But in New York, when you around the boxers in the gyms, you hear a lot of stories. You know what I'm saying? And I've been hearing stories. Remember what I told you back in the day? You was in Norman Thomas messing with the words. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, right. No woman could be like a yo from Norman Thomas that they look crusty. That I was messing with. Matter of fact, my girls was outside of Norman Thomas. BK. And so put it this way. when remember I used to tell y'all that I was paying attention to the amateurs back in from 06, 07, 08, 9, 10, 11. So my people used to be in the amateurs. My people used to be in the Golden Glove Nationals and stuff like that. See, I don't want to name names because as soon as I name the name, Shanae Shields know exactly what I'm talking about. And I think that she knows who I'm affiliated with. She knows who I'm affiliated with. So trust me, I've been hearing about Shanae Shields doing the dookie or doing the nasty. And the dudes in boxing was also doing the dookies. also had them little their foot and their hands on mud. You know what I'm saying? But if I would have said certain things, then I'll be out in my peoples. But let me tell you like this: when Jay the boxer was saying what she was saying, see, I never heard about the shoo. I never heard about the shoo situation, but I did hear about the Shakur. I didn't hear about the Darrell, but I did hear about the Shakur, and I did hear about others, and I heard about other female boxers with other dudes. You know, you know what? It's gonna come out. I think right now a lot of things are gonna be coming out. And Jay and I'm gonna tell you like this: there's gonna be people out there that's gonna say that Jay the boxer ain't telling the truth. I 100% agree with everything that she's saying, because I know when she mentioned that Shakur Stevenson situation, I said, "Wow, it is." I've been hearing about that for a long time. There's others. Sandy Ryan's baby daddy. When she said coach, I'm like, okay. She knows something. Everything that goes in the dark will come to light. But damn. See, now see, this is getting good. This is messy, but hey, it's all in public form. It's all public. It's either Shakur Stevenson, who knows Jay the Gray, says, come to light and say, you know what? I did hit that, or I didn't hit that. She lying or whatever, because Shanae Shields is around. She said, but she said that she didn't know nothing about Bud effing Shields. You know what I'm saying? But I even heard that it is out there. It is out there that she's gone both ways too. It's been out there. Wait till y'all find out the other chick. When that other chick feels like she want to come out and say she did what she did and they did what that's been out there. Even her family member been vouching for, been saying that, and I'm like, yo, yeah, they know. It's gonna come out soon. I heard. Nah, never, bro. Never. Punch you. You can look it out, Michael. But see, the closer that I think now that that's going to put some type of, it's easy to just come out to light. Just tell the wifey that you did something with her. Tell her right now, because the more that she's around now, every time you have a fight and y'all act like brothers and sisters, and Jay the Gray is saying they're not brothers and sisters. That's just to disguise what's really going on. So I hope that just come to light, you know what I'm saying? Just tell Shorty, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I did, you know what I'm saying? I was young and she just wanted to give me head and blah, 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 blah. And I think at this point of your career in your life, I think a chick, look, let's keep it real. I think most men, I know it's hard for me to speak on most men, but I believe that most men always had an experience doing something with a shoulder. You'd be like, damn, what the fuck did I do? And maybe women have that experience as well. Like, damn, man, what the fuck, this nigga a loser, whatever. But I know men for sure, men, let's be real. In the chat, let's be real. Because y'all see ladies in the chat and y'all don't want to keep it real, huh? Y'all want to act like y'all wholesome. Let's be real, let's be honest. There is at least one or two chicks that you hit back in the days and you'd be like, why the F did I do that? You could have been sober, you could have been drunk. For the most part, probably drunk off the club or whatever, stuff like that. You did kiss a girl while you were a little tipsy in a club, and your homeboy will be like, yo, you know who you were kissing with? Come on now. You were both in the interview talking to each other. Guilty. Hey, I had a situation. I had that. I'm like, damn, fuck. Come on now. Talk about more Bobby. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Everybody had that situation before. And look at all these dudes in the comment section acting all holy and shit like that. Like you never, man, hey, yo, some of y'all be buying for GG juice. Some of y'all be buying for GG juice. Come on now. No, I ain't never do that. I ain't never went to no strip club and gave my money away. I never did that. First time I made love is when I got married to my sweetheart. Motherfucker, you was playing spin the bottle, and there was always some chick that ain't look right that she was playing spin the bottle. Y'all was playing truth or dare. You was playing 7 minutes of heaven and stuff like that. You know y'all was playing spin the bottle back in the days, and the shit lands on that girl that you like, oh shit, why y'all got in the mix? And then like truth or dare, you always be like truth because you don't want to dare because you know that your friends are gonna dare you to kiss her or do something nasty to her. Y'all remember? And the same thing goes for the females. Y'all know y'all play spin the body. You like, why y'all bring that ugly nigga and shit like that? I want to play with that motherfucker. Truth or dare? Truth. Y'all ain't daring me to do nothing with that motherfucker, right? I think that's when everybody stopped playing the spin the bottle, the truth or dare shit. You could only play spin the bottle, truth or dare with attractive people, right? Back in school, right? Shit. 7 minutes of heaven. Hey, yo, I get locked up for 7 minutes of heaven with Clarissa Shields. Hey, yo, man, just kill me. Hey, yo, put it this way. I come from an era, right? You remember back in the days, in the 90s, when there was advertising and not advertising, but having a lot of commercials on AIDS, remember? You remember that time, around that time when like, yo, I didn't know too much, right, about it, right? We all was learning about this disease, right? And I remember one time when I was young and I kissed a girl. And I thought that you could get AIDS by kissing somebody, right? And then I remember I seen a commercial and I said, when I went to the bathroom, I was watching, I said, damn, man, I think I got AIDS, man. Oh shit, man! Damn, man! I want to go to the hospital, man. I want to go to the hospital because y'all remember back in the days when we really didn't know what's the how you get it. People was asking if you could get it by kissing and stuff like that. If I would have kissed Clarissa Shields back in the days, right? I would have thought that I would have caught the cooties. I would have caught something. I caught the monster. I would have thought if somebody dared me to kiss Clarissa Shields, I caught the monster. Yo, you know what it is, folks? It's she's not approachable. It's not even. Yo, folks, look. It's not about just the outside. It's not about the looks. It's just how can you approach? It's her attitude. It's her mouth. How can you get there? How can you get there? You know what I'm saying? Y'all understand what I'm trying to say? Like she just doesn't have that personality that you be like, ooh, maybe. Oh, I could see the beauty in you. No, I don't see nothing there. I'll be honest. If I was the only chick in the world, I'll jerk off for the rest of my life. I won't even. And that's what I was saying yesterday during the video. Like, I'm gonna say it like this: men, we have two brains, we have two heads. The ladies know that. We have this one right here, and we have this one right there. Sometimes this one and this one don't align itself. It doesn't. Sometimes, hey yo, men, be honest. There's been a time. And some of y'all going to lie right now because y'all see the ladies in the chat. There's been a time where you could be with a good-looking honey. You like, oh, I've been waiting for this. I was waiting for the weekend ever since I met you. Ooh, I'm about to tear this one up. You went out. I went to a lounge. You had more than a few tequilas, but you still feeling like you right. And she's giving the go. And your shit don't want to get up. You be like, oh, come on, my God. Coño, hey, she's here, my brother. Come on, what the fuck is going on? You kissing and stuff like that. You still can't get hard. You kissing, you going through the neck and stuff like that. You trying to put it in this true last thing. You take your dick out right back out. You trying to just fuck it. Let me eat because shit ain't getting up. But I gotta keep alive. I gotta keep on motion. You gotta keep it on motion. You gotta keep it on motion, man. Oh my God. Let me see. Okay. Rolly versus T.O. August 15. Okay. We have T.O. to announce that if he is. I got T.O. by stop. But anyway, so you know, you in that. There's some days that it just it don't. I had that experience before. I'm like, oh my God. Maybe when you think about the same chick and you going through Monday, Tuesday, right? Like, and I see you on Friday is gonna be it. I'm a grown ass woman. Yes, that part you got me. Right. You do everything just to kill time. Like, oh my God, this shit is still not. What the fuck? What the hell? You're like, I've been up since like 6 o'clock in the morning. I was working all day. You know what I'm saying? I got tired. I didn't even get to take a nap, and I was drinking. You know, the mixture of being tired and working a lot. You know. Now I understand. I know you was working a lot. Yeah. And calling this motherfucker's peanut head chip too. I thought he was gonna rock my boat. This motherfucker ain't shit. Yeah, it is embarrassing, bro. It is. Because that's the interview right there. You ain't gonna get an orientation after that. You ain't gonna get orientation. You like, man, you go to the bathroom and stuff like that, talk to it like, oh my God, ¿por qué está pasando? Wake up, despiértate, mi hermano. Vamos a trabajar, let's work. It's time to go to work, my brother. What do I have to do? You know? Come on, folks. Come on, we all grown out here. The girl be like, what do I have to do? What do you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? You can go down. You know what I'm saying? She does what she does. Come on, we grown out here. We can talk about these things. This ain't damn church. Female. Y'all know what y'all do. We know what we do. Don't be acting all holy and stuff like that. Let's keep it real, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep it real. You'll be like, damn, why? She be like, what I gotta do? What the fuck would you want me to do? I guess you. And she go down, and then she get it. Finally, yo, folks, come on now. Finally, the shit got a pulse. Finally, it got a pulse. So right there, once it's dun dun dun, Trojan man. Once it's there, right? All right. Then you make it move. All right, that's right. You change the position and stuff like that. You put the thing, you stroking it. You put the thing in. You stroking it, and then it goes right back down quickly. I'm like, no. Where you go? Again. Oh man, yeah, we've been through that. We've been through that. Y'all motherfuckers out here acting like damn Hercules all the time, huh? So I'm gonna tell you like this. Sometimes, so what I was trying to say is that this has sometimes is not aligned. It's not aligned. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time it is, but sometimes it's not aligned. And this cannot control this. This cannot control this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying in my mind, like, how can this work with that? How can this work for Clarissa? No. I would be surprised. Can you imagine, like me? I'm with Shanae Shields, and that shit like gets up. You be like, "What the fuck is going on? What the fuck? I'm hard for this." What the fuck? What the fuck? All right. I got another example. That some of y'all go and try to act like like I'm not speaking true. I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna give you another example. Now there's this example where you are with that shorty, right? You with that shorty, and there's that day that you going in. You are Hercules. The veins is popping. The veins. You are Hercules. You proud of yourself. You're like, you feel like Hercules. You're doing all the moves, and you feeling good because you going. You ain't even coming. It's like It's like. She like, you haven't come yet. I already did. And you like, yeah. You go all out. And she like, wow, you a machine, right? There's days that happen. That happened to me. I'm like, yo, man, I'm going. But damn, Punchy. Shit, I feel like I'm the best. You know? And then there's been instances where I know you did something with a shorty that she don't look. And you be like, all right, man, you know what I'm saying? I'll take one for the team. But there's an instance where you would have shorty, but she don't look all that. Like, okay, you would have shorty, but you ain't gonna wife the chick, right? Come on, we all grown, all right? Damn it. Girls, you've been with a guy that you be like, I like him. Let's see what it is, but I don't see myself with him. I don't see myself creating a family with him. Fuck it. He got a good personality. He's funny. He's all right. Fuck it, right? Same thing with dudes. We let the same way. Like, yo, I like this chick, but I don't like that chick to the level where I want to take it to a whole nother level. Let's just have fun, right? Let's have fun. So then there's a chick that you be like, all right, she's not that all the way good looking girl, attractive, all that Coca-Cola body that you went in and you perform like damn Hercules. And then you with this shorty, you be like, damn, all right. And then you come man quick. You be like, how the fuck did I come man quick with you? And I was performing the best with the shorty that, you know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is, damn it, that this head and this head do not align itself all the time. That's all I'm trying to say. Now I could speak for me as a man. I can't speak for the ladies out there. You know what I'm saying? You could tell me why when y'all, sometimes y'all got a pool and sometimes y'all got a desert. I haven't been in a lot. I'm gonna tell you like I haven't been in situations where I felt the desert. I just be real. Let's be honest, because your boy always want to make sure that I'm swimming. All right, even if I gotta spit shine your ass. even if I gotta, you know what I'm saying, swim in the ocean, I'll be the one. I'll make sure that before I go, and stickity stick, I lickety lick. Lick it before you stick it. You remember? Lick it before you stick it, motherfucker. That's my motto. I would lick it before I stick it. So I'm making sure I'm going to slip it and slide. You feel me? I'm going to make sure I'm going to slip and slide. I get baddies about stamina and shit. Hey, yo, this is supposed to be a boxing channel. What the hell are we talking about over here? Hey, yo, I'm sorry for the people that's watching this on TV with their kids and stuff like that. What the fuck are you talking about, Punch? We supposed to be talking about Gervonta Davis versus Devin Haney. That's what I tuned in for. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, the kids are still up. I know it's something. The kids is fucking still up. What the fuck are you talking about? Now I gotta fucking put headphones and shit like that, but keep on talking. Yo, but damn, Shakur Stevenson, he swimmed with the sharks, bro. You was swimming with the shark, bro. You was swimming with the alligator. Damn. No wonder, man. You dare to you take risks. There's one thing about taking a risk in the ring, but you take a risk with her. My gosh. But anyway, folks. This is shout out to Face Shot Leah. This is them going back and forth. Y'all already seen the video. I did a video about it. If you haven't checked the video that I did with Clarissa Shields going back and forth with Face Shot Leah, that Face Shot Leah is calling out for a street fight. Clarissa Shields says to her, I've never been washed my damn soul in my life. How is losing a split decision in MMA a foreign sport to me at the time considered washed? And by the way, OBTC, you can't do F with me. Look stupid as hell on there. Well, where are your belts at? Please enlighten me. Tomato can. Girl, I will put belt to ass to you. I promise you. I promise, just like my girl Hannah Gabriel did in your boxing match. Now imagine bare knuckles, Lil Gang. I never been on the floor. You touch that canvas a lot. That chin ain't ready. Ooh. Oh, hey, let me say it like this, man. I'm okay. I'm all good with this fight. I mean, Shanae Shields did not announce a fight. I'm all good with this fight. I'm all good. You know why I'm all good? Because Clarissa Shields doesn't have any opponents in the heavyweight division. She doesn't have any opponent. She doesn't have any opponents. Remember, they were supposed to announce a fight. As a matter of fact, I want to see Clarissa Shields in a bare knuckle fight. And she says, look at this. She says, I've never been washed my damn soul in my life. How is losing a split decision in MMA a foreign sport? It shouldn't be a foreign sport because you called yourself a killer. You called yourself a killer. This is why she what's the word? What's the word? Contradict herself. How can you call yourself a killer? Everybody know that you a killer, that you can knock bitches out and you fight and all that stuff, but then you in a foreign sport. What's the difference? Yo, MMA is a street fight. MMA is a street fight. And you can't be a killer. You can't be a killer with 3 knockouts. That's like you're not even Paul Spinafora and Paulie Malignaggi ever called himself a killer. Not even Devin Haney calls himself a killer. Not even Shakur Stevenson calls himself a killer because they can't kill. That's not their style. That's not their style, bro. That's not their style. I got it. I got the news. Low nose. I get it. We got Rolly Teal. I get it. Okay. We talk about that another day. When they officially announced that, we talk about it. But which is this one? So this was Gervonta Davis calling out Devin Haney. He said, I'm going for big nose. Let's get it on. And this is when Devin Haney replied. When it was going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? G Money is Gervonta Davis. That's his burner account. So boom. Devin Haney did say that Gervonta Davis grew some balls and his team has reached out. Now let me tell you like this. Remember, Gervonta Davis was going to be fighting Jake Paul on Netflix before he got in trouble with his shorty, in which he went to the strip club where she was working at. He dragged her out the strip club and stuff like that. An unfortunate situation once again for Gervonta Davis. But it's like I was saying throughout, I've been saying it through years. As much as is unfortunate, is not, you don't give Gervonta Davis a pass, you know, for having these domestic dispute with chicks and then is on videotape. There is no excusing him of that. But for those that don't know the sport of boxing, it's unfortunate. But in the sport of boxing, let me tell you something like this, that for those of you, shout out to the ladies in the building that may not understand the nature and the community in the sport of boxing. The last thing that fans care about a fighter, the last thing is health. Remember, a combat fan, sport combat fan, boxing, MMA, bare knuckle, the last thing we care about is the health of a fighter, a health of another human being. Remember, we pay to see another human strip the health of another human. See, boxers, unfortunately, people don't look at them as 100% human, if you understand what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to find the words to give you a better indication of what I'm trying to say, but I want you to understand this. Boxing is the only place, an athlete, boxer is the only athlete that gets the green light for saying the craziest shit and doing the craziest shit outside of the ring. I'm going to say it again for you to understand. Boxers are the only athlete that gets the green light for saying the craziest shit and doing the craziest shit, and still the fans will pay to see them. Because when it comes to the sport of boxing, right, most fans don't really care what's going outside of the sport of boxing between these boxers. The reason why a lot of us do talk about fighters and what goes outside of the ring, like shout out to there was a story out there saying somebody reported that Jermall Charlo was arrested because of the DWI. I don't know how official that is, and I've been trying to Google and stuff like that. I sent a DM to somebody that knows Jermall Charlo. I didn't get nothing back from that answer, so I'm gonna leave that one alone. But the reason why boxing content creators and other people tap into the private life that is in public, the private public life of boxers, is because there's not enough action in boxing. So I'm gonna tell you like this: if boxing was like the NBA and MLB, when there's a game every day, every other day, and stuff like that, then there won't be no need for us to talk about what goes outside of the ring. The thing is, in boxing, think about it. Gervonta Davis, when's the last time he fought? Last year. How many times did Devin Haney fought this year? None. How many times that Shakur Stevenson fought this year? Once. When's the last time that Teofimo Lopez fight? One time. When's the last time? These guys only fight one time a year. So boxing content creators and whatever people that have Instagram account holders, we take any little story, amplify it, make it big to keep that momentum and the relevancy of the sport of boxing and channels and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So when Mike Tyson, my favorite fighter, right? Let's be real. Mike Tyson was locked up, jailed, convicted of rape. Let me tell you like this. Mike Tyson is loved. We don't look at Mike Tyson. As a matter of fact, Mike Tyson, when he got locked up, there was a lot of people that was mad at Desiree Washington, the woman that the alleged victim. I didn't give her the benefit of the doubt. I'll be honest, folks. I'll be honest. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you like this. If you're new to boxing, we are a toxic fan base. When Mike Tyson went to jail, my entertainment went to jail along with him. No, Mike Tyson, no. Like, I remember when I was young, I said, man, what did Desiree Washington think she is? What she thought was going to happen at 4 o'clock in the morning in a hotel? You know what I'm saying? What she think she was going to be watching General Hospital or jewelry infomercial with Mike Tyson? You know what you're going to do if you're going to be invited to a telly at 4 o'clock in the morning. You know what it is. To this day, ladies and gentlemen, where's Desiree Washington? No, a lot of people didn't give Desiree Washington the benefit of the doubt. Everybody said, nah, they were trying to get Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? But just because the reason why we just wanted the reason why we didn't want to believe Desiree Washington is because we wanted to see Mike Tyson in the ring. And at that time, Mike Tyson was the goods. Mike Tyson was the most famous athlete in the world. Mike Tyson was knocking out everybody. He was the best. Him and Michael Jackson was the best entertainers in the world. I didn't want Mike Tyson to go to jail. I want to see another fight. We seen Gervonta Davis manhandle his baby mama in Atlanta in front of a packed arena. It went viral. The next time he had a fight in Atlanta, it was sold out. And I've been to a Gervonta Davis fight. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you like this. A Gervonta Davis fight is like a Super Bowl. Gervonta Davis goes sold out. And half of the fan base is women. Going to a Gervonta Davis fight is almost like going to a damn Chris Brown concert. I went to the Washington, D.C. fight with Hector Luis Garcia. Yo, you don't know who was performing. If you was outside, if you ain't look at the ring and you look all around, you don't know if it was Aventura or Gervonta Aventura, Chris Brown performing. That's how packed. So put it this way. So many people seen what Gervonta Davis did. There were so many women out there to support Gervonta Davis. It ain't take Gervonta Davis star power brand did not take a hit. And ladies and gentlemen, as we see it right now, it's not going to take a hit now because everybody is talking today. Everybody is talking about the potential fight with Gervonta Davis and Devin Haney. People ain't even talking about Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson anymore because people like the entertainment of Gervonta Davis, regardless of what he has accomplished, regardless what's go outside of the ring. Gervonta Davis, 9 out of 10 times, is going to give you a knockout. It's going to give you entertainment. People are going to get up from their seat. Gervonta Davis gives you your money's worth. That's it. Gervonta Davis gives you your money's worth 9 out of 10 times. 9 out of 10 times. The only fight, well, how many fights that we could be like, oh man, okay, the Lamar Roach fight. That's it. But all the rest, the Frank Martin, Ryan Garcia. And this is what it is. I always tell these boxers, you know the reason why these other boxers cannot outstage and outperform Gervonta Davis is because this is what I think that the boxing lacks today. This is why I believe that boxing is so much of a niche sport. And the reason why I say that, damn, boxing does need Gervonta Davis on this side of the pond. Because when the lights are bright, Gervonta Davis shows out. I'm going to give you one example. The most lucrative fight of this past generation, we could say in the past 5 years, has been Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia, Canelo Alvarez, whether it could be Edgar Berlanga, whether it could be, you know what I'm saying, Terrence Bud Crawford, Earl Spence, Tyson Fury, and the likes of Usyk or Anthony Joshua, Usyk, whatever. Gervonta Davis, the most selling pay-per-view event in the past 5 years was Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia. And what did Gervonta Davis do when everybody in boxing and combat sports and the casuals was looking on? Knockout. The oohs and ahs. I always say, ever since I started my channel, I always say that that boxing has to captivate the imaginations and the emotions of the boxing fans. And that's what boxing is lacking. It's not captivating the imagination and the emotions of the boxing fans. Why a lot of people, I'm going to give you this. Oh, and Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. Why a lot of people didn't want to let that fight go? The Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney. Why a lot of people be like, no, Ryan Garcia beat Devin. No, Ryan Garcia beat Devin. You know why? Because we was thirsty for a performance like that at the highest level when the lights are bright. Performance like that helps the sport of boxing. I'm a boxing fan. I always say that these boxers have to captivate the imagination, the emotions of the boxing fans, of the fans, of the sports fans, because I am tired of the people saying that boxing is dead, boxing is dying, boxing is a niche sport, boxing is not a major world sport anymore, blah, 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 blah. So performances like Terrence Bud Crawford, the reason why Terrence Bud Crawford got a Canelo Alvarez fight was because the investor that was investing in that fight was so surprised that how Terrence Bud Crawford beat the crap out of Earl the True Spence. A lot of people saying that was a 50-50 fight. That was the primary fight that everybody wanted to see in the sport of boxing. What did Terrence Bud Crawford did to Earl the True Spence? To the point that people was like, oh, he could beat Canelo Alvarez. And he did beat Canelo Alvarez. But the Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford, that fight was not entertaining. So for the most part, and then Canelo Alvarez, his performances started dwindling down, right? William Skull, Terrence Bud Crawford. All right, now once you have a consecutive fights where it's like, we seen Terrence Bud Crawford versus Masvidal, Terrence Bud Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez. Those fights was, I mean, the win was prestige, but the performance was like, ladies in the chat. I mean, ladies and gentlemen in the chat, how many times y'all go watch and see the Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford again? Where's the highlight? Boxing does not create highlight reels no more. So even though that a lot of people may not watch a fight, they will watch a highlight if it pops on TikTok, in your reel, in your Instagram reel, whatever. But there's not even a lot of highlight reels in boxing. Who creates highlight reels? Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis, the knockout versus Ryan Garcia, the uppercut versus Leo Santa Cruz, where you could still go back and look at that. Damn, that's one of the best knockouts that we've seen in the past, 7 years. And yes, these guys are getting great fights. Look, Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson, Madison Square Garden showdown. Did that live up to the expectations? Was everybody out there? See, let me tell you like this. I was in Madison Square Garden. That shit was quiet. Because there's fighters, You know, Shakur Stevenson cares about the legacy, but he doesn't care about entertaining. There's a lot of fighters today that don't care about entertaining. There's a lot of fighters today that fight like they're walking on eggshells. They just good with the points. They're just good with the points. But there's other fighters that they want to fight, that they want to put the hurt on their opponents. That's Gervonta Davis. And at the end of the day, you want to see a fight. In the end of the day, nobody says, yo, on Saturday, you want to see the boxing bouts? You don't throw a boxing bout party. You throw a fight party. Hey, yo, what you doing this Saturday? I'm going to watch the fight. Hey, yo, you're going to pay the pay-per-view for the fight. So at the end of the day, whether you a hardcore boxing fan or a hardcore combat sporting fan, you want to see a fight. Yo, you could be in a stadium and you could be watching a basketball game. If a fight break loose on your left, you're watching a fight. If you in a block and two girls, you see a cat fight and two girls is just thumping, you watching it. Because at the end of the day, humans, we just like to see a fight. It is entertaining. And Gervonta Davis is one of the most entertaining fighters in the sport of boxing. I'll be honest. On paper, Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson is a legacy fight, a primary fight in the sport of boxing. But the matchup, let's be real, let's be honest. When you think about Shakur Stevenson versus Devin the Dream Haney, the fight? I'm not talking about the promo. I'm not talking about, I want to see what Bill Haney going to say to Shakur Stevenson and his team, the promo, because Bill Haney does more promo than Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney put together. I would rather listen to Bill Haney than Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney talk. To be honest, they don't promote like that. They don't got a good mouthpiece. So think about it. Stylistically, is Shakur and Devin. I think my comment has frozen because I don't see nothing else popping. I don't see nothing moving. Let me see. I don't see the comment section moving anymore. Hold on. I think it's been stuck on my end for a while. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me see if I see it. I guess because I don't see it moving anymore. Somebody type something in the chat. Just type whatever. Okay. I see Sanchez. Facts. Okay. Okay. One. Got it. All right. I thought it was shit. I thought it was stuck or something like that. I ain't see nothing. We met Mike Tyson. AB said we met Mike Tyson in the 80s in Ohio. My friend and I was eating at the Pancake House in Warrenville Heights, Ohio, and him and his crew walked in, ordered food. We said hello, cool person. Yeah, Mike Tyson is humble, man. I remember Mike Tyson was out here in New York City in one of the blackouts. He was dating a chick. I think it was Miguel's mother. I think one of his son's mom. This was back in the days, and it was a blackout. All the electricity in New York just went out, right? And the only electricity that was on was the chimichurri truck. So Mike Tyson, he was like a zombie, bro. It's either he was on something. Mike Tyson was on something, bro. It's like, you saw a demon walking, like, he was by himself and he was smoking a cigarette. He was smoking a cigarette. He walked and he ordered some food from the chimichurri truck back in the Heights. This was 175th in Amsterdam. That was the first time I met Mike Tyson in person. I gave him a handshake, but he was a zombie, bro. Like, he was a zombie. Like, it was like not mad, but like he was there, but not there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he was high up. This is when he was real fat too. And he was smoking a cigarette. Yeah, it was because Mike Tyson does chill. I think Mike Tyson he got peoples in the 40s and the 50s and Broadway and shit like that. Mike Tyson is a very, very people person. He's but that day he was like on something. I want to see Mike Tyson again, and I actually want to tell him that story. You know what I'm saying? He said, "You remember when you was in New York City in the blackout?" He probably it look. I don't even think he would remember. That's how much of I think he was. I don't know if he was on shrooms. I don't know if he was all high up. But the dude looked like he wasn't even like he was just like there but not there. His crew walked in order, blah blah. Maybe he was man hungry. He said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna walk in the blackout." But this fight is good, y'all. I think boxing truly needs this, and I think I like this matchup. But look, I like a matchup with Tank and Devin, Tank and Shakur, Keyshawn and Shakur, Keyshawn and Tank, Keyshawn, Tio. I like the matches that we need in the sport of boxing. Is if we're gonna see a boxer, pure boxer that want to win by points, match him up with somebody that really want to go get at him. This is the reason why we seen William Cepeda versus Shakur Stevenson entertaining fight. This is the reason why we saw Gervonta Davis and with a Pitbull Cruz. That's an entertaining fight. Those are the type of matchups that we see. Now, either we see two killers, a boxer and a killer, a boxer and a slugger, but you having two boxers like Shakur and Devin, as much as their legacy is up to par, I don't know if that style, it doesn't scream to me. I do like how Devin of late has been sitting on his punches. The only this I think this is the only issue with Devin, because I think that Devin is actually trying to get a knockout. Like I think that Devin stops trying to get the knockout when he hurts his opponent. And I think probably in his mind, I hurt him and he's still not out. Fuck it, let me box. Instead of just keeping the same pressure, and then get and go for the kill. See, Shakur and Devin is not killers in the ring. They're high profile technicians in that ring, but they're not gonna go for it. They don't feel like they're gonna go. They want to go for it. They're not comfortable going for it. You know what I'm saying? That's why they're surprised and they're very adamant when they do get a knockdown. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that Devin Haney, if he wanted to stop Regis Prograis, he could have stopped Regis Prograis easily if he wanted to. I think if he wanted to stop Brian Norman Jr., I think he could have stopped Brian Norman Jr. easily if he would have gone for it. But I think once they put that hurt and then they'd be like, damn, he's not out. Let me cruise. Let me adjust and let me cruise. You know, Gervonta Davis is a killer. Once he gets you, you're out. You're out. That's it. Once he gets you, you're out. You're out. And let me tell you like this. Gervonta Davis could do the same thing that Devin and Shakur could do if he wanted to. We saw it versus the Pitbull Cruz fight. We know that Gervonta Davis could, and I think that Gervonta Davis is actually more athletic than Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson. I'm still surprised, and I'm gonna keep on saying I'm still surprised that my guy Teofimo Lopez performed the way that he performed. I was shocked. I was shocked to see my guy perform the way that he performed versus Shakur Stevenson. I think a lot of people, there's people out there that didn't like how Teofimo Lopez he's been promoting of late. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people feel like his promotion was cringy. People didn't like what he said about Puerto Rican fighters, the racial undertones when he was calling out Gervonta Davis and Terrence Bud Crawford and Boots and all that stuff. So I think that people don't even want to give him the benefit of the doubt. But I think that people may not admit, the people that don't like Teofimo Lopez, but I think they were surprised that Teofimo Lopez performed like that. I was surprised. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, that shit was easy. Like, what happened? Why you ain't go for it? Like, I'm very shocked how he did perform. Like, all right, give the credit to Shakur Stevenson. But I even think that Shakur Stevenson even surprised that Tio ain't go for it. Like he said, I ain't feel his power. He said that shit was easy. I don't think that Shakur Stevenson, look at the Teofimo Lopez that performed versus Arnold Barboza. And there's going to be people out there that are going to be like, yo, but Shakur's not Arnold Barboza. Come on, we've been watching boxing enough. We've watched boxing enough. It's how you approach certain things. If you can't get it, then you can't get it. But did he try? No. He looked like a shell of himself. He looked like he didn't want to be there. It looked like somebody got into his ear before the fight. That's how it looked like. It ain't nah. What the fuck? But I do think that T.O. is one of the most athletic guys in the sport of boxing as well. He just didn't show over Shakur Stevenson. And also we got to be talking about this potential fight as well. Give me a second. We got to talk about this fight. Damn, why didn't it upload? Not this fight, but we got to talk about the Xander Zayas versus Jerome Boots Ennis. You know what I'm saying? I think the Xander Zayas fight versus Jerome Boots Ennis is a great fight. What y'all feel about that fight? Boots Ennis, you already know this is fight week, Barclays Center. Jerome Boots Ennis versus Xander Zayas, the unified 154-pound champion. I think that the Xander, I like Xander Zayas. I like the makeup of his skill set. I like the makeup of his, you know what I'm saying, his brand, the way he carry himself. He's a gym rat. Shout out to Javier Centeno. Y'all, if y'all familiar with the channel, I've been telling y'all that Jerome Boots Ennis is the second coming of Roy Jones Jr., but I already said that 7 years ago. And I can't even say that Boots Ennis has fought anybody really. Boots Ennis he's beyond passing the eye test, but he hasn't gone beyond passing the eye test. You understand? What I'm trying to say is my praise, I can't keep praising the eye test anymore. You know what I'm saying? I even think that Xander Zayas got more of a we will give Gervonta Davis, Xander Zayas more of the benefit of the doubt because he's only 23 years old. But Boots Ennis is 20, gonna be what? He's 29 already. Still haven't faced that elite person. I'm not saying that he hasn't want to, but he could have faced Virgil Ortiz a long time ago. He could have faced Virgil Ortiz before the Stanionis, then would have given him more credit anyway. Even if that was for to unify the titles and stuff like that, we all know the Stanionis haven't been in the ring for 2 years. Fighting Virgil Ortiz, and if he would have beaten Virgil Ortiz at the time that fight would have taken place, then we wouldn't be talking about this. But as of right now, are people going for Jerome Boots Ennis based on the passing of the eye test, the illusion that he could be the next Roy Jones Jr.? I think it's already too late because he's already 29 years old. Are we going based on the illusion? Are we going based on the sparring stories? Are we going based off the showmanship? Because in the end of the day, who he beat to garner us all this confidence. I remember 7 years ago when I said that he was going to become the second coming of Roy Jones Jr., that people used to tell me, yo, Punch, see, that's your problem. You always want to hype these fighters up. And I'm like, yo, why not? Why? I'd rather hype fighters up than talk shit about them. And let's not forget that I also interviewed Xander Zayas at the age of 17, a year after him getting signed by Top Rank. But at this point, I would have thought that Xander Zayas was going to show some power. I believe that Xander Zayas does everything good. You know what he reminds me of? I'm not saying the style reminds me of, but he does everything good. Danny Garcia, Philly Rican, did everything good. But did he have the it factor? See, I think that Xander Zayas got good footwork, wonderful jab, wonderful warrior spirit. He got a chin. He got good combination. But it's something about Xander that when we talk about 154-pound division, and we was talking about Jerome Boots Ennis versus Virgil Ortiz, that right away people feel that Virgil and Boots top tier, Fundura top tier. They even gave more credit to Tim Tszyu than to Xander Zayas. There was a time when Mazrimov is getting more credit than Xander Zayas. And I think, and I'm going to say it like this, I'm going to take it a step further. Some of y'all people are going to disagree. So maybe. But I don't even think that Xander Zayas, outside of him fighting in his island in Puerto Rico, and it was a good night. I don't even think that the majority of Puerto Ricans trust Xander Zayas as being the next the way they supported Edgar Berlanga or Subriel Matias of late. I don't see it. I don't feel it. I'm in New York. I don't feel it. Nobody talks about Xander Zayas. I got to be real. I got to be honest. Nobody talks about Xander Zayas. Now, one Puerto Rican boxing fan has says, yo, in New York, I'm around, and I'm gonna be out there tomorrow in Brooklyn. I'm gonna be out there. I'm gonna go to the Gleason's gym. I'm gonna be out there. I have yet ran to a Puerto Rican boxing fan in New York and say, mira, nene, tú ves, el Xander Zayas es el mejor. Amanda Serrano got Puerto Rican on her shoulder. The Puerto Rican supported Edgar Berlanga, especially after the Canelo Alvarez fight. Subriel Matias, when he got his world title, that's it. There was channels that was created for Subriel Matias. And when he lost to Liam Paro, they all vanished. I was going back and forth. I have never gone back and forth truly with a bunch of Puerto Rican fight fans that's vouching for Xander Zayas. And why is that? I think that Puerto Rican fans, boxing fans, because they're one of the best boxing fans of this side of the pond, doesn't see something in Xander Zayas. Edwin Sanchez says, I think this fight is a little too early. Let's talk boxing now. Let's truly talk boxing, because I don't think that nobody matched. Look, we match Boots Ennis with Bud. Virgil Vendura. If Jamel Charlo comes back, we match him up with Josh Kelly, Bakram. People have pushed Xander Zayas like, yeah, he's a champion, but because I think they see that he has everything, but he doesn't have that to take him over the hump. What's the it factor? We all know that Jerome Bruce Ennis could fight orthodox and southpaw. He got layers to his game. Could Xander Zayas, does Xander Zayas has enough wrinkle to his game to adjust to Jerome Bruce Ennis when he adjusts? Let's be honest. The Xander Zayas has enough wrinkles in his game to adjust to Jerome Bruce Ennis when he adjusts from southpaw orthodox. Jerome Bruce Ennis got a good jab. Jerome Bruce Ennis got footwork. Jerome Bruce Ennis got power in both hands. We seen Jerome Bruce Ennis switch to southpaw, knock a dude down, knock a dude out, and vice versa orthodox. He got he's dynamic in both hands. He could jab. He could have a beautiful jab using his lead hand, the right hand, southpaw, left hand. Boots Ennis have shown that he could do whatever he want to do inside that ring. Now, the defense, I'm not going to say is extraordinary, but when you offensive like that, you're going to be subjected to be hit. Every offensive fighter does get hit because they are subjected to be hit. And just because you get hit a few times, that doesn't mean that you don't got no defense. But Jerome Boots Ennis take the type of risk that a lot of fighters don't take. Jerome Boots Ennis is so good that he could play around with you and still be disciplined at the same time. I do respect the heart of Xander Zayas. I think that Xander Zayas wanted this fight more than Jerome Bruce Ennis, because remember, Jerome Bruce Ennis was about to sign to fight Virgil Ortiz. I truly think that Boots Ennis is looking at this fight just for the name, just for a name at 154. But I don't think that Jerome Boots Ennis look at Xander Zayas as a threat. I don't think so. You remember a month ago when they asked Jerome Boots Ennis, what do you think about Xander Zayas? You think he's a great fighter? He says he's a hungry fighter. He don't even think that Xander Zayas is a good fighter to him. Maybe he's overconfident. Fight Fury Films in the building. Xander Zayas has to be like Miguel Cotto or Danny Garcia at first. I wasn't big on these guys, but with time, they made me a fan. Facts, and we was gonna go to that. You know, because you know what I was gonna say. Fight Fury Films, that the last Puerto Rican stars was never supposed to be that guy. That's what I was about to say. And your fact, the last Puerto Rican stars was not supposed to be that guy. Cotto was never the fastest, the most athletic, and blah, blah, blah. He didn't have a great jab coming out. He ended up being a legend. Tito Trinidad used to get dropped almost every other fight. His defense was not up to par. He didn't have the footwork like that, like other welterweights, but his left hook was a left hook of death. I don't think a lot of people thought that he was going to beat Oscar De La Hoya, even though I still think that that Oscar De La Hoya won that fight, in my opinion. Even though that in the championship rounds, he coasted, I still think that Oscar De La Hoya won that fight. But you know what? You got to take it from the champion. People feel that he took it from the champion. Xander Zayas is giving me that type of feel. I believe that Xander Zayas got heart. May have a better heart than Boots. We don't know. He got a chin. I say this. I do not think that Xander Zayas is going to go out. I don't think that Boots is going to knock out Xander Zayas. I don't think so. I don't think he's going to be stopped. I think I'll be surprised. I think this kid is going into this fight to prove something. And I don't think that Boots is going to a fight versus Xander Zayas to prove something. I think this is a fight to say, I told you I am who I am. People don't believe in Xander Zayas like that. I've been in this community for a long time. And I'm I'm New York, from New York. So if I'm talking about boxing fans, there's way more Puerto Rican boxing fans. And let me tell you like this. A bunch of them. I mean, Puerto Ricans have more confidence than Teofimo Lopez. They have adopted Teofimo Lopez before he made that comment. The Puerto Rican fan base in New York City, he adopted Teofimo Lopez as their own before he said that comment about, you know what I'm saying, these Puerto Rican fighters nowadays, blah, 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 blah. And not because Xander is not good or has the potential to be really, really good. He's a champion. I just think that they see that he doesn't have the it factor. I think the reason why a lot of people is not talking about or hyping Xander Zayas up right now is because I believe that there's a lot of people, including Puerto Rican fans, that doesn't think that he could beat Jerome Boots Ennis. So why hype him up? Let me know if I'm wrong. Yo, folks, we know when there's a Mexican fighter, the Mexican's going to come out. Even when they think that Mexican fighter is going to lose. They're going to support Navarrete. They're going to support Pitbull Cruz. If they announce Pitbull versus Gervonta Davis, there's going to be a whole lot of Mexican fans that's going to say that Pitbull Cruz is going to beat Gervonta Davis. You know what I'm saying? There's Mexican fans right now that they know that Canelo Alvarez is washed. Come on, let's be real, let's be honest. Canelo was washed right now. But there's Mexican fighter. No, he's he's Canelo. I just don't see this support behind Xander Zayas. I don't think that they don't want to get their hopes up with Xander Zayas. See, the reason why they started to believe in Subriel Matias, because at first they wasn't believing in Subriel Matias as well. He has something that other fighters don't have, that they could count on, that they could celebrate. He could knock somebody out. Subriel Matias could knock somebody out. If Xander Zayas knocks out or stops Jerome Boots Ennis, he becomes the second best. He becomes the second star. I'll say Tank, Xander Zayas in this side of the pond. Because if he wins this big fight and he wins it in spectacular fashion, if he beats Jerome Boots Ennis, because let me say it like this: Jerome Boots Ennis is Gervonta Davis without Floyd Mayweather. If Boots Ennis started out with Floyd Mayweather like Gervonta Davis, then Boots Ennis would have been the Gervonta Davis, because Jerome Boots Ennis got style. Boots Ennis doesn't talk. Gervonta Davis got style. He doesn't talk. The reason why Gervonta Davis, he got a boost up from when Adrian Broner was relevant. When Adrian Broner was a star in boxing, he was relevant, and Floyd Mayweather was highly relevant around the world, and they was pumping Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis ain't need to say a word. And let's be honest, talking about Devin Haney versus Gervonta Davis, Floyd Mayweather didn't believe in Gervonta Davis. Let's not forget about the infamous sparring matchup. Floyd was going for Haney. Gervonta Davis was Adrian Broner's boy. Gervonta Davis earned the respect of Floyd Mayweather by going at Devin Haney. And I'm going to tell you like this. I think that sparring matchup, it will be just like that. I'm going to tell you the fight with Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia was a gift and a curse for Devin Haney. I think Devin Haney, and I could be wrong, he don't give a F about losing anymore. I think he felt what he felt that year, and he see how it could look like and how it could feel like. I don't think Devin Haney cared one bit how he look, how he fight, if he gets dropped or nothing like that. Because I'm gonna tell you like this also. As much as we, even including myself, made fun of Devin Haney when he lost to Ryan Garcia, you know something that wasn't fun and something that I understood even after the fight. I said, yo, you gonna have to kill Devin Haney for him to go out. Devin Haney, as much as a lot of people made fun of him after the Ryan Garcia fight, showed me that he got one of the biggest hearts in the sport of boxing, because any other fighter would have just folded right there. Devin Haney, if he was another fighter, would have folded versus Ryan Garcia. It was so bad that even Ryan Garcia was looking at Bill Haney and saying, yo, my man, stop the fight. That's how much he was getting beat. And when Devin Haney got up, he wasn't running. When Devin Haney got up, he was still going after Ryan Garcia. Let's be real. Let's be honest. Let's be real. Let's be honest. Because we was living in the moment that Ryan Garcia, we living in the moment of the great performance of Ryan Garcia beating Devin. We had Ryan beating Devin. But if you really go look at that fight again, now analyze that fight, Devin Haney shows something that he couldn't show when he's winning. He showed tremendous heart, bro. He showed tremendous heart. Did Gervonta Davis show tremendous heart when the shit don't go his way? Let's be real. Let's be honest. Let's talk about heart. Who got better heart, Devin or Tank? I may have to go with Devin on this one. I think Devin got more heart. See, this what kills it, though. This what kills it. And that's the reason why I was so mad at Devin, how he performed versus Jose Ramirez. Because that fight with Ryan, I started saying, damn, Devin got heart. And then when he went to the Jose Ramirez fight and he ran like that, I'm like, damn, man, you just killed that feeling, that heart feeling, right? He gained it back with Brian Norman Jr., but I think that's where he confused a lot of people. How you gonna have heart with Ryan, but then run from Jose Ramirez? You know what I'm saying? That momentum wasn't good for him in terms. But if you're telling me when the shit goes left, who got more heart? I think Devin Haney, when he's going through adversity, has more heart than Gervonta Davis. I'm going to give you 3 instances on why I believe that Devin Haney can be more mentally strong and got more heart. Let's go with the fight with Vasily Lomachenko. We all know the infamous time when he was in the corner, and a lot of people felt like, yo, Lomachenko got me figured out. He was telling his dad, Lomachenko got me figured out. Bill Haney was in the corner saying, hey, yo, hit him with the brick. And Devin is telling his dad, now he got me figured out. Basically, he took away the jab. He took away what made Devin Haney. When we thought about Devin Haney leading up to every fight, leading up to the Vasily Lomachenko fight, he got a better jab. We didn't think too much about his power. We didn't think that he's going to slug it out. He's not a knockout artist. What did Devin Haney do that a lot of people didn't expect Devin Haney to do versus Vasily Lomachenko? Stood in the middle of the ring and started going to the body attack. Vasily Lomachenko, high-tech Vasily Lomachenko, took away the best arsenal of Devin Haney, and Devin Haney found a way to finish the fight going to the body. And if you look at that 12-round fight, I know there was controversial, and people felt that Lomachenko won, even including myself, 115, 113, or something like that. But Devin Haney finished that fight very, very good. He adjusted on the fly without using the instruction of his dad. He knew, like, oh, shit. but he took away. That wasn't the instructions of Devin Haney was looking at. But guess what? Devin Haney found a way, and he didn't bitch out. He stood right there. Now let's take it to the Ryan Garcia fight. Devin Haney's going through adversity. He stood right back up. He didn't bitch out. And the way that, let me say it like this, the way that when he's getting knocked down and he's standing right back up, go to the neutral corner, like it was like there was one time when they said that Devin Haney never got hurt, never had a bloody nose in sparring. I don't believe that, because the way that Devin Haney took that beating and stood up, go to the neutral corner, he did everything like a veteran, like he's been here before. He's been through this adversity before. He wasn't like overreacting. He wasn't breathing hard. He wasn't like, oh my God, I mean, let me cradle up. No, he survived. And he kept going after Ryan Garcia. That's the reason why Devin Haney, if you look at the scorecards, if it wasn't for the knockdowns, Devin Haney would have won that fight. Because in the end of the day, Devin Haney was still winning a lot of the rounds. I think it was 6 rounds that he won. If it wasn't for the knockdowns, he would have won that fight. But that's because Devin Haney stood and kept going. He didn't go back. He didn't run. He didn't do nothing of what he did versus Jose Ramirez. The third time, right, was with the Brian Noma Jr. fight. You know what I'm saying? Showed the whole world that what? He's the guy. He's the knockout. Or even though that I felt that Brian Noma Jr. was a manufactured fighter, he was not ready for Devin Haney. Devin Haney showed and proved that I could stay in the middle of the ring and I could drop you and stuff like that. So Devin Haney go through adversity and overcomes adversity. He know how to weather the storm. Now Tank, how did he fight versus Pitbull Cruz? Yeah, he did good in the outside to finish the fight. But what did he say after the fight that had me? Oh, come on, Tank. They asked Gervonta Davis, would you give Pitbull Cruz a rematch? And he said, hell no. Why he said hell no? We still haven't seen the rematch, but why did Gervonta Davis say hell no? You know why? Because it was too tough. He didn't want to go through that again. So that right there, for the first time, because I followed Gervonta Davis. I knew about Gervonta Davis in the amateurs. And I always labeled Gervonta Davis. He got one of the biggest hearts in the sport of boxing leading up to the Pitbull Cruz fight. I'm like, damn, that answer didn't sit well with me. He said, hell no, because the shit got too tough. What about the Lamont Roach fight? We saw how, let's be real. He lost that fight. He lost that fight. Had sun in his hair, went to the corner. He was all over the place. Gervonta Davis, when the shit gets tough, he doesn't execute like that. You don't see that heart like that. Now, he was going through adversity. He was losing the fight versus, well, people believe that he was losing the fight, even Floyd Mayweather versus Mario Barrios. And it was Floyd Mayweather that needed to tell him, hey, yo, you losing. And then we seen how Gervonta Davis did turn it up. I'm not going to say that he doesn't have heart. I'm only comparing his heart with Devin Haney when the shit ain't going well. I think that Devin Haney is proven that when the shit ain't going well, he doesn't, and that's what I mean. That Jose Ramirez just wasn't a good look, because now it's a contradiction to what I believe. That Jose Ramirez could kill what I'm actually saying right now. You know what I'm saying? It could kill that, because you could have beaten Jose Ramirez easily, but they wanted it to secure the bag with Ryan Garcia and stuff like that. But I just ain't like that fight, because I don't think that he needed to do that. Devin Haney didn't need to fight Jose Ramirez like that. But this fight right here, Gervonta Davis is the one. Let's be real, let's be honest. Gervonta Davis' team is the one. Let me see, where is that? Gervonta Davis says, I'm going for big nose. Let's get it on. He wasn't capping. So now Gervonta Davis basically is telling Devin, you all going to fight me in the catch weight. And if you was ready to fight Shakur in the catch weight, you could fight me in the catch weight. But I don't even think this catch weight is going to be 144. Could Devin Haney go as low as 142? Or if he goes at 144, he's going to have him in a 5 to 8 pound rehydration clause. Pick one. Put it this way. If I was Devin Haney, I would say, yo, I will go to 140 to fight you, but leave me with my rehydration clause. I mean, I'm sorry. I will go to 140, but yeah, I won't have to suffer from a rehydration clause. Or fight him at 144 and suffer with a rehydration clause. I don't think Devin Haney could fight at what. I do not think that Devin Haney could fight at 153, 152 versus Gervonta or anybody. Remember, he fought Regis Prograis. The next day, he was 165 pounds. Will Devin Haney learn from his lessons with Ryan Garcia, though? Is Devin Haney in the position? Look, they shouldn't do the same mistake, because Devin Haney is in position to get a big fight with Shakur and in position to get a big fight with Keyshawn Davis. He doesn't have to submit to something that he doesn't have to submit to suffering with Gervonta Davis, but he knows that this is the biggest fight. Dímelo, Cesar, my boy, her rumor leaked on next. Tio versus Rolly in August. That's what the rumor says. You're going to see the good looking out, Cesar. Dímelo con 10 pesos. The first super chat of the day. And that's what the rumor is saying. Maybe not. Maybe. We'll see. We will see. Hold on. Appreciate you, bro. If it's a Rolly fight, it's a one-shot deal. Devin Haney, Tio said that he wouldn't fight. Rolly wouldn't fight Tio. Rolly said he wouldn't fight Tio because they rehashed. But at the end of the day, if that's a fight that both of these guys needs, they would take the fight. It's a fight that both of these guys need, they would take the fight. Tio don't even like to spar Rolly. Yeah. But he'll become a champion though. If he beats Rolly, I think the Teofimo Lopez could beat Rolly. But the Teofimo Lopez that need to show up, I don't know, man. I don't know. I got Tio, of course, beating Rolly. I got Tio beating Rolly like Tank beat Rolly, but even in a better fashion. I got Tio beating Rolly in a better fashion than Tank beating Rolly. But, like I'm going to say it again, Tio, mine got to be 100%. If Tio's not 100% mentally, Tio could lose to anybody if his mind not right. And people could be like, well, that's on anybody. No. Tio could lose to somebody that he's not supposed to lose to if his mind is not right. When Tio's mind is right, I don't give a damn what anybody say. When Tio's mind is right and the right mindset that I know when his mind is right, he beats everybody. He will beat a Shakur. He will beat a Devin. He will beat a Ryan. He will beat a Tank. If his mind is where it needs to be, if his mind is how it was leading up to a Vasily Lomachenko fight, Eye of the Tiger, training camp, everything was Loma. Discipline. Eye on the Tiger versus John Telly. No, nothing, just him and his dad. Nothing else. Is Eye of the Tiger I don't give a damn about the money. I don't give a damn about anything. I don't give a damn about the haters. I don't give a damn about what they say. I don't give a about that. I'm here to take over. When Teofimo Lopez is locked in, he was locked in versus Barbosa too. He wasn't taking shit of nobody. Remember, he smacked Arnold Barbosa in the press conference. That energy with Shakur, I didn't like the energy with Shakur. I think that fight was lost before the fight. That fight was lost before the fight. But when Tio locked in, yo, talk to any trainer, anybody. Talk to them, the fighters. Let them be real with you. Shakur, Devin, Ryan, and stuff like that. They're going to be confident. Of course, they believe that they could beat. But I'm saying that Tio, what did Shakur say when he seen Tio fight Arnold Barbosa, man? He said he reminded me of Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones Jr. says that Tio reminds me of him. That shit just doesn't go away like that. It was the mindset. Tio didn't beat Lomachenko. The only guy that beat him without a controversial, right? And a Josh Taylor, 2 undisputed, because he's not good. No, when his mind is right, he will lose at Campbell's. When his mind is not right, he will perform like that versus Shakur. When his mind is right, and he's working on all cylinders, man, let me tell you like this. The only guy that can match his athleticism when it's on display is Tank. That's just my opinion. Yo, Boost just said Tio his number 2 threat. Yes. Why Andre think it's shields for why Andre think he is shield for Clarissa? Why Andre Durrell think is a shield for Clarissa? I think maybe they did something together. I don't know. That's what Jay the Boxer said. Just don't wear it so I can read it. Where I don't know. I see it on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? I think if it was a fight, I think that was a fight that was talked about. That was on the table. A Sufa on the table, a Rolly fight on the table, a Ryan fight on the table, a Devin fight on the table. I think that he's already in position to get a championship fight. So, if he didn't sign a Sufa deal, then he's fighting what I think if it's not a Sufa deal, then he's fighting a fight to fight basis with anybody. He's keeping his options open. So if he's fighting a Rolly, that's a PBC fight. I do think that that would be a big fight right there, Rolly and Tio. How the promotional field. There's a lot of things that Tio. There's a lot of things that Rolly knows about Tio that he could get him under his skin as well in a promo if they really go back and forth. I think in a promo, Rolly could say things about Tio, and Tio could say things about Rolly because they know each other highly personal. That's almost like if Shakur fights Keyshawn and both decides to disrespect each other. Shakur could say things about Keyshawn, and Keyshawn could say things about the Shakur that, you know what I'm saying? I think with Rolly and Tio, it will be a mental thing. You know what I'm saying? Rolly did say what Shakur said. He said that Tio has been suicidal, that Tio mentally weak and stuff like that. And he knows a lot about. He said in that interview. Remember that interview he had when Tio and him was at odds, and he was trying to expose Tio. So if it's a fight, There's a lot of things that both of these guys could say about each other. I don't know. Fight Fury Film said T.O. upset the odds twice, and he most definitely could have done it again, Shakur, but he ended up getting blackballed. This is frustrating. He's in a weird position. Look, I think it's a good. I think T.O. will be Rolly. I think Tank and Devin is a hell of a fight. I don't think that Tank. I don't think both of these guys is afraid of one another. See, you can even see the heart of Devin Haney when he faced Gervonta Davis in that sparring session. And that was a fight. That wasn't even a sparring session. That was a fight. They fought. Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson fought. That was not a sparring session that we saw. But I think that if the story is that Gervonta Davis was coming out from drinking and a flight and head to Vegas and stuff like that, and he was putting a beating on Devin Haney like that, Shakur's Tank is a finisher, man. Tank is a finisher, but I think that Devin Haney also has grown into a fighter that he doesn't mind going for it. I think this time Devin Haney doesn't mind going for it, but when he does go for it and he is successful in that position, is he going for the kill or he's going to let his opponent breathe? You know what I'm saying? We've seen it a couple of times where Devin Haney try to go for it, and if he can't go for it, then he pulls back. Jorge Linares, Regis Prograis, Brian Norman. Tank ain't gonna let you breathe like that. See, Tank is gonna get you. So it's like almost like adversity. Like Devin is better in adversity than Tank. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. But Devin also is still not sure of himself, even when he get an opponent hurt. He's still thinking that I got him hurt, but he's still a live dog, so I'm not gonna go for it. I don't want to look stupid. I think there's fighters that have that mentality. Like it's not about losing, it's about I don't want to look dumb. I don't want to look stupid. Maybe they have their girl watching on. I don't want to look bad with my girl looking on. I could lose, but I don't want to get knocked out. What else you got? And I also want to talk about this. I did a video about this, and when we was talking about the Shakur Stevenson versus Gervonta Davis, and people was talking about the catchweight, whether the WBO president said that Devin Haney would probably not keep his belt if he fights Shakur Stevenson at 144, and I'm saying that was BS. Why would the WBO strip Devin Haney if he fights Shakur Stevenson at 144? Because the WBO ain't keep the same energy, because they wouldn't be keeping the same energy because they didn't strip Manny Pacquiao and Marquez when they was fighting in a 144-pound catch weight. You know what I'm saying? The WBO did not strip. Let me see if this was this one. You know, the catch weight at 144 for Manny Pacquiao versus Marquez 3 was implemented as a competitive compromise because Juan Marquez was a natural lightweight jumping up 2 divisions to face Manny Pacquiao for his WBO welterweight strap. They didn't strip Manny Pacquiao for fighting Marquez. So why would they strip Devin Haney if he fights Shakur Stevenson at 144? Because they're trying to claim that Keyshawn Davis is a mandatory, but they haven't called the mandatory. They haven't ordered Devin Haney. So for the people on Twitter telling me, yo, but Punch, you got to understand that even Rick Glazier says, Punch, you got to understand that Keyshawn Davis is the mandatory. That mandatory challenge have not been called. There is no purse bid. There is no time limit to negotiations because they haven't called it officially. When the WBO calls something officially, it will be on their website, and it's already a report. It hasn't been called officially. You know what I'm saying? Also, if they didn't strip Miguel Cotto for fighting Manny Pacquiao for Cotto's WBO welterweight title, why would they strip Devin Haney? They didn't strip Miguel Cotto. They didn't strip Manny Pacquiao versus Marquez, right? Manny Pacquiao and Miguel Cotto fought each other on November 14th, 09. And I could break down the results of details of the fight. Let me know. Blah, 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 blah. So Cotto didn't get stripped. Manny Pacquiao didn't get stripped. So in terms of the potential fight of a Shakur Stevenson versus Devin Haney at 144, and the WBO going on the interview with Cigar Talk saying that they probably basically paraphrasing, probably he won't keep his belt. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. I know the play. They're doing a political play. They're making sure that he won't keep his belt if he don't fight Keyshawn Davis. You know, the WBO has their affiliations with Top Rank, their affiliations with Jay Prince. And I think this look, Keyshawn Davis was politically moved to 147 to become the mandatory of the Devin Haney. And you're going to pressure Devin Haney with a Keyshawn Davis being a mandatory when he was never a champion at 140. He was never a champion at 147. And you're going to handcuff or embarrass a Devin Haney and strip his belt for a guy that you politically move up there? Nah, that's not fair. That's not fair. That's a political game that they playing behind the scenes. That's just my opinion. They have to be. Yep, they haven't activated it. And that's the reason why I believe a Shakur Stevenson is playing the waiting game until they get into the position, and until they wait, until the WBO officially orders the mandatory for Devin Haney. That's when Shakur then comes and say, I signed to fight you, Devin. Now, see, that's what I'm saying. Remember, they got the same manager. So, in my opinion, Jay Prince is going to tell Shakur Stevenson, let's wait on it. Let's wait till the WBO officially mandates the order to negotiate with Keyshawn Davis or goes to a purse bid and they got the date. And hey, I'll get Shakur, I'll get you to fight Devin at 144. And I got my other client, Keyshawn Davis, to fight for a championship fight and putting him in position at 147. That's the play, ladies and gentlemen. This is self-explanatory if you know the business of boxing. The waiting game is wait, Shakur, do not sign anything. Remember, Jay Prince is the manager of Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis. Wait 2 to 3 weeks till the WBO officially calls it. Then you sign to fight Devin Haney. And then boom. But guess what? You know what I like about this situation? I like that Gervonta Davis came in this situation. Pause. You know why? Because I'm tired of these Avengers. I'm tired of these Avengers. I'm tired of these Avengers, man. I'm not saying I'm tired of them as fighters, as skillfully. I'm a fan of both of these fighters, but this trying to monopolize the game and try to be indirect promoters to each other and stuff like that. I don't like these moves, man. I don't like these moves. These guys is not for the sport right now when it comes to each other. That's why I'm glad that Tank coming into this play fucks up their play. Tank going, let me say it like this. Now, with the WBO, or you want to strip Devin Haney, if he could fight Gervonta Davis at 144, if he could fight Gervonta Davis and keep his belt, you don't want to be part of that sanctioning percentage. You don't want to be a part of the Gervonta Davis fight WBO. I don't think so. You want to be part of that. Gervonta Davis stepping up fucks up these guys' operation. These Avengers that they just want to have a little team cooked up and have a little team and then monopolize the game. That's what I like about I even like that Tank wants Devin more than he wants a Shakur right now. Even though that I love to see all these guys mix it up, but I've gotten tired of these guys trying to monopolize the game. I think that as a matter of fact, I wish that one of these guys, Tank and Devin, says, I want one of these guys to pressure Keyshawn and Shakur Stevenson to fight. And they say, we're not going to fight you until we see the win of Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis. You know who I want to say that? I want Turkey to say that. I want Turkey to say, I have proposition. I have proposition. I wanted to give Keyshawn Davis the opportunity to face Shakur Stevenson. I'd give you $20 million each. 20. You're the businessman, right? Are you the businessman, Keyshawn? Or you're going to sit behind Shakur Stevenson? Is he your daddy? Is he your daddy? Do you want 20 million, motherfucker? All right. You don't fight Shakur. You don't get no fight from me. You go to fight with Eddie for $2 million or fight with Top Rank $2 million. No, don't bother me. See, this is when, if I was advising Turkey Al Sheikh, these are the type of pressures that I'll put. No, Shakur and Keyshawn, you guys will fight. You guys will fight. Or you're not going to get the... because what other fights that Turkey wants to see knockout? Remember, Turkey wants to see blood, crushing skull. Remember what Turkey said? I want to see blood, crushing skull. You ain't going to see that from Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson. You're not going to see crushing skull and bloody work. At least Keyshawn Davis takes the fight. He makes it a fight. What y'all feel about that? Oh, y'all with me on that one? I feel like Turkey should be like, you would fight. I'm tired of listening to this friend shit, all right? Fuck your friend. I don't give a damn, all right? Oh, Turkey, like, I don't give a fuck. I don't even like my own friends. I take my friends' girls, all right? I don't care. Man, but let me see the new tweets. Let me see what Gervonta Davis is saying and Devin Haney. Hold on, give me a second. Let me see if there's some new info. Abraham Gonzalez says sources have told that Jose Benavidez Sr. will be training Gervonta Davis for his upcoming fight in the fall. This comes after weeks of working together to see if it was a good fit. They're probably in Miami working out. Bill asking for 50-50. Uh-oh. So Gervonta Davis just said, Bill asking for 50-50 with his old bitch ass. Wow. Well, I mean, that's the negotiations. I don't think that Bill's going to get 50-50. I mean, he needs to start off like that. Give me a second. Let's put this thing up. Hold on. Yo, it's funny. Yo, this burner account already got 12K followers going to 13K followers. Yo, Tank is the man in this shit. What a person play about someone going to jail. No real man play that. But hey, you just a little... Hold on, give me a second. Let's put that tweet up. So Gervonta Davis just tweeted, Bill asking for 50-50 with his old bitch ass. What do y'all think about this? Do y'all think that this is a 50-50 fight? No. Let's be honest. Let's be real. Let's be honest. I think it's smart for Bill to be like 50-50. It's not a 50-50 fight, y'all. Let's not forget, these guys are getting paid not off of what they have generated. These guys are getting paid off turkey of late. You know what I'm saying? Gervonta Davis and Tank. I'm sorry. Tank and Devin Haney is not a 50-50 fight. We got to be real. We got to be honest. Gervonta Davis moves the needle. Gervonta Davis, he creates revenues. He does. But I think if he just says, if Bill's just saying 50-50 right away, I mean, cool. Cool. That doesn't mean he's gonna get that thing. That of course you gotta start with 50-50 and see how to work your way down. And put it this way: if Bill does have an opportunity to get a Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis, remember he's dealing with Turkey as well, right? I think that they're dealing with Turkey. So Bill is also, you gotta take things into consideration. Bill's in a position where I don't need to take less, really. I could get a big check from Turkey fighting Shakur or Keyshawn. I don't gotta be lowballed by a Tank. Now, depending, is Turkey in the mix of this Shakur and Devin? Is Turkey in the mix of this Keyshawn and Devin? Or this is something else? Is he in the mix of this? If Bill's look, I'm gonna say it like this right now, I'm just going by right. Is if Bill's asking for 50-50, we all know in terms of market value that both of these guys are not in this Tank. It is a cash cow within his contemporaries. But Devin and Bill do not have to submit to Gervonta Davis while they're getting reportedly $10 to $12 million fighting Brian Norman Jr. and Jose Ramirez. Why would they even submit now where this fight is going to be? Could this be a Netflix fight? Because now we're talking Netflix money is a whole different type of ball game. See, you don't need Turkey for Netflix. You don't need Turkey for Netflix. And Netflix got the bag as well. Devin Haney versus Gervonta Davis on Netflix. And let's not forget that Al Heyman and PBC was about to facilitate the deal with Netflix and Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis. So Al Heyman does got connections with PBC as well. Just like Turkey Al Sheikh has connections with Netflix. Just like Most Valuable Promotions, Nakisa and Jake Paul has connections with Netflix. So Netflix also got the back. I think that this fight could be on Netflix. $55-45 big set. 55-45 is good. I think so is good as well. To start off 50-50, no one was on the table. See, that's what it is. Like, there's gonna be people out here watch right away gonna be like, what the fuck is Bill asking for 50-50? Hell no. Yo, but you're not asking them what they got on the table. They got what they got on the table was Shakur Stevenson and a Keyshawn Davis fight. And now with Gervonta Davis fight, hey, yo, nobody's in better position right now out of all of them than Devin Haney right now. Nobody's in better position. Because think about it. What does Shakur Stevenson got on the table? He had Devin Haney. Now, if Devin Haney gets off the table, what does he have? What does Shakur Stevenson got on the table? What does Keyshawn Davis got on the table? Gervonta Davis, I think that he is the table. Like, I think that if he says I want to fight Keyshawn, the business of the world of boxing, every investor will do what Gervonta Davis wants. But Devin, at the moment, Devin, Tank, Ryan holds the cards right now. If Ryan says, I'll fight Devin. If Ryan says, I'll go to 140 and fight Keyshawn, or 144, whatever. If Ryan says, I think Ryan got power as well. Devin got power because he's a free agent, really. He can move around the way that these guys can't move around. He's more empowered. Devin Haney is more empowered. Devin Haney don't have to beg. But anyway, tomorrow we're gonna go. I'm gonna go live. I'm probably gonna go out there close to the Barclays, and I'm gonna be in Brooklyn. I think is the undercard workout. Ben Whitaker is gonna be performing this Saturday as well. Shout out to my to Ben Whitaker, the Cassius Clay of the UK, aka Benzo, aka Surgeon. Gonna be fighting a Dominican fighter, but I think this good. I think he's gonna come to New York. He's coming to New York City. The lights are bright. He's gonna make it brighter. Ben Whitaker, if you've been following, if y'all been following the channel, y'all know I've been saying that Ben Whitaker is gonna be the king of the UK, right? Also, LD Cedric Martinez is gonna be performing as well. That's gonna be a tough fight as well. That's gonna be a tough fight. That's a duel. What they giving to LD Cedric Martinez, you know, they're giving him this fight because they feel like, you know what, you're Dominican. Y'all really don't got a Dominican fan base. We're not really testing you if we want to further invest in you. So LD Cedric Martinez got a tough fight. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a good media workout tomorrow. I'm probably gonna be there. You know, 60%. I'm gonna be out there. So stay tuned to exclusive content tomorrow. If y'all familiar with the channel, if y'all not, subscribe to the channel right now. Probably going live on Kick as well. You know, as long as well with YouTube. So stay tuned. Tomorrow is going to be exclusive content, exclusive short videos as well. Go live as well tomorrow, probably 8 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, or maybe around early. What was it, like 4:30 or 5 o'clock on tomorrow? So y'all already know. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, become a member to the channel. Subscribe to me on Kick, folks. Come on, man. We got 272 people looking on right now. Can y'all subscribe to your boy on Kick right now? We got 270. We need. We got 45. We need to get 250 people to follow me on Kick. Can we do that right now so we could be monetized on Kick? Cause y'all help y'all boy out. We got 270. Can at least half of y'all right now? Can y'all go and follow me on Kick? I need 250 to be monetized, 250 followers to be monetized on Kick. If y'all can subscribe, I'm telling you, we're going to take this to a whole nother level. You want Punch Run Box to take it to the whole nother level. I'm going to bring y'all exclusive tomorrow. I'm going to sacrifice my time. And I was saying walk on the 2026 that for real. I'm not going to be, you know, like wasting my time traveling and driving to this state and this state to, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go all out. Subscribe, support your boy. This week is fight week. I'm going to bring a lot of exclusive. I'm going to try to bring a lot of exclusive, but I got to also see the genuine support right back. I want to see if my exclusive and my hard work outside of the room, outside of this, is going to be reciprocated. Because I remember I used to go back, driving to Texas, driving to Las Vegas and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So there is sacrifices that needs to be done to get these exclusive, you know, leading up to the fight this Saturday. Let me know what y'all feel. Subscribe. Love y'all. Subscribe to me on Kick right now. Punch Drunk. Also follow me. We almost close to 10,000 followers on Facebook. Punch Drunk Boxing Facebook. Follow me on Facebook as well. We got exclusive content there. Follow me on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Punch Drunk Boxing Podcast. I'm gonna drop a video. I'm gonna drop an episode on Wednesday. Love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.